Hello, I'm Asif Farouk of Finextra and we're here at Fix EMEA and I'm with Tim Healy of the Fix Trading Community. So Tim, thank you firstly for joining me. So the Fix Trading Community has been engaging with the Buyside for many years now.
Yes.
What are you hearing from your members with regards to increasing transparency between Buyside and sellside?
The Buyside, as you correctly say, have been very, very active within the community for a number of years now. I think what we've seen much more recently is a much more collaborative effort with the Buyside and sellside to get more transparency about their orders, where they're going pre-execution as much as where they have been executed on. So there are a number of different fix tags which the brokers are now providing to the Buyside on the back of a best practices document which was put out just over a year ago. And without going into the details, really it's saying where an order was executed on, how the order was executed, and it gives the Buyside a level of detail that they haven't seen before. And that's key for their cost analysis, how they analyse how a trade was executed, what a broker's execution capabilities are, and they can then expand into that and go down to a level of granularity that they haven't been able to do before. And they have worked very closely with the sell side, and they continue to do that, and they want to see greater adoption by the sell side for this, and it's a very collaborative initiative, I think is probably the best way to put it, and there's constant conversations going on, and I think maybe the next level that has often been talked about in the US is, okay, so my order has gone to maybe a number of different venues before it was executed. Why has it gone there? Can I then see where it went to before it was executed? So at the moment, that's another level of granularity that the Buyside are potentially looking at.
Okay. Let's talk about things that you've been hearing from your members. I think especially right now some hot topics would be dark pools or consolidated tapes. So what have you been hearing from your members?
Yeah, I mean the dark pools and how they're going to be regulated has been a hot topic for a while now. I think it has been talked about at the conference here today. One of the key things for any kind of caps on dark pools would be a consolidated tape. I.e. that would give the regulators and the sell side the ability to see a stock traded across all different venues, and then the potential for caps could be could actually be instigated by the regulators. But without that consolidated tape, it's very, very difficult for any cap to be put upon the market. It's a hot topic. It's one that both the buy side and sell side are keen to have more conversations with the regulators about. The buy side, and I've had a number of different conversations with the buy side here today, they generally like dark pools. For the right stocks to be traded in dark pools, there is a need for that kind of availability. So it's still, as it always has been, very much a horses for courses. You have a stock, it can trade in a dark pool if it's the right conditions for that particular stock. And they want to continue to have the ability to do that. And the sell side obviously, want to be able to offer that facility to the buy side.
Okay, and lastly, I've seen you've been walking around talking to your members. What are some of the hot topics of this event that you can tell us about?
I would say that there's a lot of focus on costs. As the fixed trading community is very much promoting the use of standards. Now, there's always been the argument between do you buy your own technology or do you build your own technology? As we move into more of a regulatory environment, and we've been doing that for the past year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, that need for standardization of certain elements of technology is becoming greater and greater and greater. So I am hearing that argument about buy versus build is now being focused on the cost controls, which is being brought about by regulatory environments. So we know there are pressures on margins, we know there are pressures on commissions, we know there are pressures on liquidity. It's a very, very tough environment for people. So cost control is absolutely key as people focus more on the regulatory side and how much money they're actually spending on that side to try and bring down costs.